We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Oh, my son! Ready! My name is...
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterby. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Oh, my son! Ready! 180! Hut! 2 to 12! Olay, olay, olay! Olay, olay, olay! Bombers, bombers, bombers!
To throw is Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready?
First down, here's Scalaboo. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Working out of the gun is Nix. A short throw to Ingram. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Ready! Captain, 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 captain!
Nix to the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36.
That's good for Broncos. First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Scalaboo. Eric Stokes in on the tackle. The Broncos at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ready! Bombers, bombers, bombers!
Now it's Nix. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on third down, it's Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Looked like an issue there on the snap, and everything has to be right from this distance. But that one, no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ready?
That one complete to Trey Tucker. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Ready?
That's good for a Las Vegas.
Here we go. Set.
Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, it's Jeanty. Now some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll go again with Jeanty. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
95.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got it. And the ball's knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, Nix. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
They'll give it to Scatterbury. And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. You look at this Raiders defense, and this unit very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Throwing Nix. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. but you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. And now they'll automate to something else. Here's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Scatterby going to run it out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6.
To throw. Here's Nix. He'll dump this off to Scatterby. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Scatterby. And he will have a Broncos first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Off the play fake. Nix. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. A short throw to Ingram. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Nix. He'll get this to Scatterby. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. An inside run with Scatterby. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Nix. And it's a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And just not a ton of room to work with. They'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Set, ready, drill, green, black 40, red, yellow.
They'll send the tight end in motion. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Ready.
The Raider first down.
Set, view.
A gain of 15.
Come on, set.
And the
Black,
Raiders
95. Ready.
Now a handoff to Genty. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Ready.
2nd and 4. Short throw caught by Bowers. 7 yards there and a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Here we go. Yellow, 43. Set, Hutton.
On the give, Genty. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Fight, 60. Ready. Red,
Thornton, the
38.
motion man right.
Ready.
That's caught by Tucker. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
First down.
Ready, set. 12, 10. Ready, ready. Set.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Blue striker. Watch out now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Hunt.
Once again, it's Genty. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Broncos nothing.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. A final shot before break. Nix. He'll air this one out from Mims. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And then it came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready?
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Here now a 3rd and 20.
Go, pin, down. Black 40, check pin. Black shot. Set.
Back to throw. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Okay,
Now it's 2nd and 10.
10 cycles. Here we go. Yes, blue strikers. Cut, cut.
They'll set up a throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Cut, cut.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
What play action? Here's Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That goes for a gain of 31. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Bombers.
To throw is Nix. And that'll be incomplete.
They certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And now, is it 4th down? No, it's 3rd down. And the field goal unit is out onto the field. The kick by Lutz is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Raiders. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Broncos 3.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now they'll change things up. Working out of the gun is Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
2nd and 10. Nix to the air. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Ready.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Black shot. Fury. Yellow. Set.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught. It's Dante Thornton. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now it's Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Back to throw again. He'll air this one out from Mims. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. Now he's free up the right sideline. The race is on. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brock Bowers, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing Nix. That's complete to his running back, Scatterboo. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
12 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down.
To throw, here's Nix. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll go down the net before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Mike Green able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Here's Nix. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. Nix from the shotgun. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the a game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Nix looking to throw again. Will connect on the out route with Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Evan Ingram from 13 yards out. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Looks good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And some room to work. Down to the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Jeanty with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
2 to 12. Bombers.
They're going. It's Nix. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Set, hut. Ready.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. right where this set of downs started. They need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He'll check this one down to Scalaboo. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here's Nix once more. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims, 50 yards. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
The Broncos
They'll look to throw. It's complete. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Zone coverage there, they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. That is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. These kickers now, used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Ready, break. Come on, ultra.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
At the 43-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
33, yellow. Blue striker.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. On the give, Genty. Down to about the 22 here. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go do a post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Raiders have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To throw is Nix. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got it. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Raiders, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get